What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Taylor,
And I'm Connor.
and today we're going to be taking out a look at a movie called General Commander. Came out in 2019 and went straight to DVD.
Not surprising.
It's a Steven Seagal movie. We're going to talk about it.
Yep. It's I would say it's barely starring Steven Seagal.
Yeah, it understandably is a low-rated Steven Seagal film.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm a fan of him in general anyways.
Nope, neither am I.
Apparently, even the Steven Seagal fans did not like this movie. So just my first thing looking at this, right? So this movie is 85 minutes long. That's one of its bright side. That it is not that long, but it was still pretty hard to sit through. And this, I don't know how accurate this is, but apparently the budget was around $12 million, and apparently it made $69,000.
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
So
Good. Good. I'm glad it made $69,000. I wish it was less.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be real honest.
I don't know where that $12 million went.
Yeah.
So maybe
It all
it
went to
was
Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal, and even that was still not enough to get him more screen time.
Yeah, or to get him to stand up and do more stuff.
Yeah, and not look like he's about to fall over.
Yeah. All right, so tell me, what were your thoughts about the movie, Taylor? Give me your non-spoiler. How'd you feel when you finished this movie? Let's start with that.
Well, like I said, it was very, very hard to finish watching this movie. In fact, it took me 2 sessions to actually complete the movie. Like literally right off the bat, it smacks you with like this really, really bad story, like setup. It's an action film, of course, in case you were wondering, because that's all it really does. And it's primarily set in the Philippines.
Well, we'll come back to that part.
Yeah. Clearly, they fucking loved the early 90s because it's written all over this movie.
Yeah.
Even though it came out in 2019. All of the effects, the styling, the transitions, like the shots, they're like early YouTube days kind of stuff.
Yeah, where did man, you know what? It's amazing how $12 million, how little $12 million can really get you. This movie actually made Pray for the Devil look better because
surprisingly.
Yeah, I wouldn't have believed it, but I saw it with my own goddamn eyes. That this...
Yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing redeeming about this movie. All right?
Nope, absolutely not.
It's really bad. Like, it's seriously the worst thing I've seen.
This was at the bottom of the barrel.
This is another
scraping
level.
The bottom of the barrel. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, if you couldn't guess just from the name, General Commander, like...
I can't wait to get into spoilers. It's really hard. This is another movie where it's really hard to talk about this movie without going into spoilers because of how fucking ridiculous this movie is.
Yeah, so I'll just kind of briefly go over what the movie's about, kind of.
Yeah.
And then if you have anything else you want to add before we get into spoilers, feel free to. So just, I'll try to, brief plot summary.
Sure.
It revolves around a team of CIA agents. Steven Seagal's character, which is the name of Jake Alexander, is like the team leader of this group.
Yeah.
And they have this mission that they go on to hunt for this like arms dealer dude. And mission goes bad. Some stuff happens. And then like the CIA team gets like disbanded but then they reband together outside of the CIA
Yeah, fuck
and
this
would
movie.
do a scores.
Nobody should watch this movie ever. Whoever is giving this movie on Amazon Prime, this movie has 4 out of 5 stars by 1,119 people.
Does
Whoever
it
you
really?
are, it really does. I this blows my mind. You had to have been high on fucking meth to be giving this 4 out of 5
might
stars.
do it. I could do it.
I don't know if maybe it's a joke. If it is a joke, that's hilarious because it's a fucking
I feel like
zero
it's
star
gotta be,
movie.
right? Like, there's no way.
It's got to be a joke. There's no way that 1,119 people gave this 4 stars. I couldn't finish this movie in one sitting either. I couldn't. I didn't have a separate sitting to go through, but I spent about maybe 4 hours watching this movie because I had to take like 10-minute breaks every fucking time I started this movie. My brain fucking melted into my eye sockets, and I started just spewing blood out of my fucking nose because it was so awful. So
Yeah.
that's all I had to say without spoilers. I got a lot more to say about that shit, but yeah. So don't fucking watch this movie. Yeah, it's gonna be less of a waste of your time to watch Morbius than it is to watch this fucking
Not by
goddamn
much, but
catastrophe. Yeah. So my rating for this movie is fucking dirt out of nothing. It's a fucking dirt.
big
If
old
there was
pile of dirt.
Yeah, if there was a rating that I could give below dirt, I would give it to this movie. This fucking movie sucks, and just stop. Whoever is continuing to make these movies, please stop, because this has gone long enough. It's got to stop. This is enough. Like, no one should be fucking subjected to this shit.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah, please, for the love of all that is holy, do not watch this movie.
Yeah.
So clearly, I'm gonna give it, dirt as well. It's just giant block of dirt.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll get into the spoiler section now. So,
all right, spoiler alert.
All right, Connor. Let's get into this movie. Let's dig in.
Oh man, where do I fucking begin? All right, let's start at the beginning. So, they start off this fucking movie in Thailand, in Bangkok, I think.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Bangkok.
Some fucking place in Thailand. And they're tailing this hooker chick for basically to catch her bosses, who are these black market organ stealers, like dealers or whatever, who like take organs out of people. She basically reels them in, drugs them. They take the organs and then they sell it on the black market, right?
Yeah, so I just want to say, like, you literally don't even... Okay, hold on. Before we even get to that, the beginning of this movie starts off with this, like, interview with Steven Seagal's character, Jake, and his, like,
yes,
commander lady dude.
I actually blocked this out of my head. I actually blocked this.
So this periodically happens throughout the movie. It's like this fucking, like, I don't know, like post-briefing, debrief thing that goes on throughout the movie. And this chick, like, it's so funny because it's in, like, 360p, like, I swear to God. They have, like, it's like their budget was just all over the place. Because this interview...
like I'm watching the pilot episode of NCIS. Like, everything is just, like, so oversaturated. The lights are just, like...
yeah.
Blurry, you know what I mean?
But you can tell the camera is such shit and can't handle it. It's just blurry as fuck. And this chick, like, dude, the fucking dialogue throughout this entire movie is so bad.
Yeah. It's god awful. It's honestly
from
some of the
that
worst dialogue I've ever heard.
I feel like that part goes on for like I don't know, like 5 minutes. It's like 15 minutes until you even
It
like
goes on
really
through a
see.
whole montage of like just random scenes happening, and it fucking Steven Seagal is sitting there. She asks him one question: "Did you kill whatever Orsetti?" His last name is
Orsetti, yeah,
Yeah.
Gino Orsetti.
Yeah, did you kill Gino Orsetti? And Steven Seagal doesn't answer the question at all. Instead,
Nope.
he goes on this fucking crazy ass like drug induced rant on some fucking random conspiracy shit that has nothing to do with anything. He's like,
Yeah, this chick throughout the entire movie, every time she interviews one of the fucking operatives, she's like, "Where is he? Where is he?" And they all don't fucking. They just avoid the question completely
yeah, they all tell
with
her to
some
go fuck
stupid
herself.
fucking like answer.
He's like, she asks him, "Did you kill Gino Orsetti?" And he looks her fucking dead in the eyes and he's like, "The questions you are asking me, you will never understand. Never understand. Never understand."
What?
It was in the background. And like on top of it, there's an overlay of like his fucking like face from here. Like zoomed in and like partially overlaid on his actual face. It's like eating over his face.
It's like trying to emphasize what he's saying, but it's such garbage that you're like,
it's just static. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? So he's like, "You'll never understand. You'll never understand." And he just starts talking about some fucking random bullshit about two governments being inside of a government and fucking and his country that he loves so much betrayed him, and like has nothing to do with the question she asked at all.
No.
Just some fucking random like fucking bullshit that he's just spewing out of his mouth, and it's just. You know what makes it even worse is that as you go on through the movie and you see more of these fucking interviews or interrogations that she's doing with the team members, you realize that you have when the fuck is this all taking place? Because we go from her interviewing him at the end of this thing, and then her interviewing the rest of the people, trying to find him and where he is, but was not established that they were not all getting interviewed at the same fucking time. Like
this is a huge problem throughout this entire movie. You literally, as a viewer, never know that what you are looking at, like when this is taking place, where this is taking place, why is this taking place.
You don't know what the fuck is going on ever in this fucking movie.
You just know something is happening, and you like kind of know that it's all like the CIA guys that the team revolves around.
It's such a fucking goddamn travesty, dude. I can't.
Yeah, and then they just start making the way to the room.
He's the initial entry guy. He comes in, chokes out the front desk dude, goes up the stairs. He pulls out a knife. So this is two separate scenes. He walks up the fucking stairs, pulls out the knife while he's walking up the stairs, and the guy
then it cuts to a guy who's like, "Hey," and then the fucking effect of him throwing this knife across the fucking balcony. Like, dude, this is the same shit I basically planned about in an upcoming episode. By the time this comes out, it probably has already been out. But The Witcher Blood Origin has this stupid shit too. Throws the fucking knife, like, bro, that must have been like 30 yards, like at least. It's like across the building, across a courtyard, and just casually throws his knife, and it just fucking flies into his like upper chest area, and just you see like this horrible blood effect spurting out. It's like really bad CG.
You know what else is really bad is if you go back and rewatch it. He comes up the stairs, pulls out the knife like this, and is holding it in front of him, like he's gonna fucking stab the guy. And he's across the courtyard, and the guy is looking at him at this point.
Pulls his gun too.
Yeah, the guy. It cuts to the fucking guy with his gun out, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then it cuts back to him. So the scene obviously showed him that he has a fucking knife in his hand. If the guy can see him with the knife, it cuts back to the Australian dude. And he now does not have the knife in his hand anymore.
Yes,
and he goes,
they do this shit all through the movie. Because there's another scene.
Horrible cuts, dude. Horrible. I can't believe I saw it. I was like, wait a fucking second. You saw him with the knife. What do you mean? What are you doing up here?
Yeah.
You have a fucking gun.
It's like these guys come in, when they come in, they're the villains, right? They know what they're doing because they've been doing this. Like, this is an operation that they constantly do. And I'm pretty sure one of them says, like, oh, you gotta watch out, the people might be coming. And then this guy fucking walks and just like, huh? Hey! And he's like, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. I literally, I saw that scene and I was like, what the fuck? I had to rewind. I was like, what the fuck just happened? I like looked back and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? They couldn't take the time to just go through it and cut it right before you fucking pulled the knife.
This doesn't make sense. Yeah, just stop it right there, then do it. Yeah, dude, whoever fucking cut this movie.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit. Whoever cut this movie. You
probably shouldn't be hired.
You're the laziest fucking guy I've ever seen. I can't believe that.
I'm
for $12 million, you couldn't have gone through this fucking movie.
Bro, for
one more time.
half of $1 million, I would have cut this shit better for you. Like, come on, dude.
I can't believe that shit, dude. Okay, yeah. So continue.
Yeah. So after that fucking dumbass shit, and then the one guy and the girl, that one has the suppressed pistol and the non-suppressed. They just start walking in and just shooting everybody. And then, again, I'm like, well, why is one suppressed and the other not? What's the point of it? And it's like, I guess you're just trying to look cool, but you look like a fucking idiot. All of them, like, the way they hold their weapons and shit and, like, shoot, it matches the rest of the movie. It just looks bad.
I love how Steven Seagal is always shooting weapons. He's like...
Yeah, that's his look. Like, it's
always sideways. He's always got to be sideways.
It's almost like, oh fuck, what is that game? Operation Raccoon City? It's like this fucking weird POV.
Yeah. Did you notice that sometimes he doesn't even look while he's shooting. He's just going and fucking shooting the gun and closing his eyes. Like
because he's too focused on trying to stand and not fall down.
He his fucking bullets just magically go where he wants them to go in his fucking head or some shit. I can't believe
let me see how old he is right
now. I think he's 70 something. He's got to be 70.
He's got to be pretty.
He was like mid 30s when he came out in the 90s, in his first movie. So it's got to be 70.
Yes.
No fucking way, it's not.
Yeah, he's literally 70. Yep.
Yeah,
he's exactly 70, and you can tell in this movie. And his hair looks really bad.
Yeah, it's like he tried to color it. But there's like splotches where he's like he kind of missed it, and so it looks like really fake. And then there's like gray splotches on like random parts of his hair. It's bad, and it's just this fucking piece of shit movie. So
once they break into they finally make it to the fucking room where their guy is that got drugged. He wakes up, and then he just grabs the chick and holds her hostage because all the bad guys are surrounding him because they're about to harvest his organs. Because they turn around once they hear the gunshots because fucking stupid CIA guys with no suppressed weapons.
Yeah, so the guy wakes up. The fucking guy who's about to get cut open and he's part of the team. He's about to get cut open. He wakes up, grabs the fucking doctor or whatever, who's the surgeon who's about to fucking cut his heart open.
Yeah, he prepped.
He's holding him. Yeah, and he's holding him in front of him, but his head is obviously over here, and the guy, the fucking main
villain
dealer guy is standing 1 foot away from him with his fucking gun out, and he's pointing at him. He's like, "Drop him! Drop him! Or I shoot you! Drop him! Or I shoot you!" And he's like, "I'm gonna break his fucking neck!" And he's like, "They're 1 foot away." And his head, you could literally shoot, and there's no possible way you would miss his fucking head because it's literally
Okay, hold on. That's not true because I've seen people do some pretty bad stuff. It is possible.
Sure. But going off of these are black market dealers who have been doing this for years and probably have shot a ton of people. The fact that he is literally a foot away from this guy in this tiny ass bathroom and he's pointing his gun at him and his gun is right fucking here. I was like, why don't you just fucking shoot him?
Yeah, because there's no way. There's no way the time it takes you to pull that trigger and the time it would take that guy to snap his neck is the same.
Yeah, there's no fucking way. And he's not even holding him like in front of him. He's literally holding him below his fucking head over here. He's fucking over here. The doctor dude is like, oh, help me. I was like, you're like literally like your gun is like fucking 5 inches away from this dude's face. Like just fucking pull the trigger. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? They're like arguing over this like it's a fucking standoff when like he doesn't have anything.
Yeah, he's nothing to bargain with.
And so yeah, the fucking you know what's awful about this movie too is the fucking audio. Because Steven Seagal is so fucking lazy, he can't actually like open his mouth to enunciate his words. So he sounds like this when he talks, and you can't really understand anything he's saying. So when he fucking walks up the stairs and he tells the fucking chick, I had my volume all the way up, and I had to replay this 3 times because I swear to God, what I heard him say was, check upstairs. She then proceeds to go back to the downstairs where they just came up, and she's just watching the downstairs. He's like, check upstairs. And I was like, what the fuck are you saying? And I had to play it over and over until I finally like pieced it together that he was just saying, check the stairs. But he couldn't just say, check the stairs. Like, what the fuck does that mean, dude? What? Where's the fucking mic guy who's supposed to be recording this? You know what I mean?
They couldn't figure out how to get the shot with the microphone's that close to him, right?
I was just like, are you fucking serious? So then they bust into the fucking room, and Steven Seagal is standing there, doesn't shoot anybody. The other 2 guys shoot the fucking 2 dudes in the room. The guy is holding the doctor hostage, and the organ dealer dude's like, put him down, and he's like, I'm gonna break his fucking neck. So the organ dealer dude just shoots the fucking doctor guy. He shoots the doctor guy, takes that other guy hostage, comes out of the room, and he's holding the gun to him, and he's like, who the fuck are you? Put your weapons down. I'm gonna fucking kill him. And then they're like, put it down. We can negotiate. Put it down. And
what do you mean? You just walked up in here, killed all of his dudes, and now you're trying to bargain with this guy?
Yeah. He's like, put him down. We'll make a deal. You want to make a deal? Yeah, we'll make it. It's Steven Seagal. That's all he says. We'll make a deal. You and I, we'll make a deal. He's like, you want to make a deal? You want to talk? And it's like cutting back and forth, like it's a fucking crazy ass standoff. And it's just all this fucking cutting and blurry vision. You're like, oh shit, what's happening? And then all of a sudden, this guy makes the super smart decision to shoot the fucking hostage that he's holding so that he has nothing to bargain with anymore. What a fucking amazing plan, because then he immediately gets shot because he doesn't have a fucking hostage. He's a fucking idiot. I was like, what the fuck? You went through all this shit, and I assume that you want to live, so you're gonna try to fucking get out of this thing, but you just decide to, instead of like talk to them or be like, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, you stay there and I leave.
Yeah, instead of doing that, you just shoot the fucking guy that you're holding. And Steven Seagal's like, and it literally like, it shows him for like 5 seconds of him just being like, you know that camera shot kind of effect where it's like, and it's like zooming in on his face, and it's like, like he's like, no, and then he fucking shoots the guy. he shoots the guy, and then it goes back to the camera flash on his fucking face for like another minute, and it camera flashes to every person. They're like, no, what? I don't even remember. The characters are so fucking forgettable in this movie. I don't even remember.
This is like one of probably the biggest part. I was like, so this guy dies, right? And
I can't. I don't even know which one it is.
Of time, like screen time, they put into every one of these characters, showing their expression of like, no, and, like their friend just died, and meanwhile you're sitting there like, who are you people?
I was literally like, wait, who the fuck was that guy? Who was that guy?
Yeah, exactly. Like, wait, who
I forgot his fucking name like 5 minutes after they said it, because it was just.
And then one of them runs up and like grabs his body, and he's like laying in their arms. The effects of like the blood.
Yeah,
it's just like it's this horribly cut. No. It's this horribly like cut and edited filter of red over the body, because you can see when the camera moves, it's completely off the body. So
Yeah.
it's like a preset placement of this filter.
It's
That
like a
just
white
looks
phosphorus
fucking awful.
filter with fucking red on the body. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really bad. Yeah. And then Steven Seagal is just standing there, like, just with like the face of just being completely dumbfounded with his stupid fucking sunglass eye. He's wearing sunglasses that are not actual sunglasses. They're just fucking regular glasses that have shades on them. And he's fucking wearing them at night. And he's just like, what the
Don't the other people put on sunglasses before they go into the building? I feel like one of them does. Maybe he's later in the movie. I forget.
I think it's later when they go into that hotel, the like really fancy hotel. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably later.
Yeah, so Steven Seagal had some kind of like, I don't know if he shit his pants or he had like a fucking aneurysm while this happened, but it like zooms in and just kind of stays on his face, going like, no real emotion happening, just like that it looks like he shit his pants, and he was like, oh shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like, I probably should do something about that.
yeah. And then it fucking cuts to after that to them being all together in this fucking random ass.
It just looks like
building.
a house.
Yeah,
Like
they're in
somebody's
someone's
living
living
room.
room. Yeah,
It's literally some random person's living room that they were like,
it's a.
"Hey, can we
oh,
shoot
sorry,
a movie
it's a safe
here?"
house. Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
you're
safe
right.
house. Yeah, well, don't forget that the little title screen. You know how like every 5 seconds it cuts
Yeah.
to a different place, and there's
Yeah,
like
so you know,
fucking-
like how in a video game when they try to explain a setting and like when you change to a new place, and it does like the little text like, yeah, it does that shit throughout
Yeah.
the movie.
yeah, it does that shit. Probably about maybe 50 times the entire movie.
Yeah, like just nonstop.
I bet you could have a shot every time that fucking text pops up at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, and you'll be fucking blasted drunk by the end of this fucking
Yeah,
movie. Because
guarantee.
I swear to God, there are scenes that they cut from one area to a completely different fucking place and country and continent, and the little text pops up on the screen for about 10 seconds, and then they cut back to another completely different area, place, and country for another 10 seconds, and then they cut back to the original place that they were in for the. It's literally 3 cuts of like, why the fuck did you even do this?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
this it's like debrief scene was
One of the
I'll
worst
admit,
TV scenes.
this was probably the funniest thing throughout this movie because it's basically just all of them talking to the commander lady again that
the
interviewed
interrogating
Steven
lady.
Seagal. Yeah, so she's back in the scene, but with all of them in the safe house.
Yeah.
And it goes like one by one. Like it'll shoot everybody specifically and keep swapping between them.
Yep.
Of their like it's like you take a scene that has all these people, but you chop it up into like 20 different shots for no reason.
Yep.
All saying and doing the same thing basically.
Yep.
She
And then
basically
at
just
the
shows
end of everybody's speech, they cut the scene. And it's just a picture, and the person is walking away, and they slowly fade as they go. They don't even fade as they're like out of the room.
it's like
They fade
immediately.
midway through the fucking living room. They like
Like,
are halfway at
just-
like.
Like,
there's
4
a
of them
fucking
are like
hospital.
sitting in couches, and like 2 of them are standing. One by one, and they'll be like, "I'm so sorry, your teammate died." And they're like, and then it'll repeat like, "Your teammate died." it'll do that exact thing for every single character, and then it'll go
Yeah.
to a wide shot of every character, and like you said, I'll have like a freeze frame, and then the one character will stand up, walk away, and then ghost. Like
Yeah.
literally on screen. You're like, so are they dead? Like, because that's normally what you do, right? Like when somebody's like passes away, like they fade as if, like their time is over, right? This entire time I'm like, wait, so are they dead? And now this person's dying? And now this person's dying? And they all just fade away. And the fucking guy that looks like, what's his name? Peter Stormare,
Yeah.
whatever. He gets out of his chair and he fades before he even stands up. Like,
He does. He puts his coffee cup down and he immediately just
Just
fades away.
poof, gone.
It's actually fucking hilarious. Like, you obviously know what they're trying to do. Like, oh, they're leaving the team, so the team is splitting up,
Yeah.
and that's why they're fading away. But they don't fade. Like, they don't even leave the fucking room. They
No,
literally,
it's-
there's a coffee
they
table in the
couldn't-
middle, and as soon as they touch the coffee table, it just sends them into the fucking shadow realm.
they had one camera to work with, clearly, because they couldn't take different shots. They only had one, and then they have to do the fade because there's nothing else they could do.
Yeah, and you know what's hilarious about this whole fucking scene is that it cuts to every single person, and it gives them their like moment in the spotlight to be like, you know, because they're the lady's like, we're disbanding you, you know, you messed up on this mission, and you know the CIA is changing, the higher ups don't want any cowboys anymore. Yeah, and then it
Don't
cuts
like
to one of them.
cowboys.
Yeah, and it cuts to each of them individually, and them like giving their spiel on how they're like, the only one who agrees with the CIA lady is the fucking Captain America guy, who's just like, so an order is an order. I mean, this is coming from higher up, so we can't.
Yeah, he's the fucking bitch.
We have to listen to her. You know, so that's just how it is. And he stands up and he's like, rules are rules, guys. Sorry. And
And
it's
just
like,
walks away.
he was like, and supposedly the guy who fucking died, their teammate, was his best friend in the whole world. Like, his fucking best friend. And he's like, he was my best friend. But, you know, orders come first, and if they really want to disband us, I'm okay with it. I'll go back. Don't retrain me. It's fine, guys. I'll see you guys there. And he, like...
And then he fades.
and he fades away. I was like, what? He was literally just in the last scene fucking crying and like, no! Like,
Yeah,
over
he
this
was
fucking
holding
dude.
him when he was
Yeah,
dying.
and he was holding him while he was dying. You know, in this terrible fucking
Yeah.
septic fucking filter or whatever. And then he fucking just throws in the he immediately, like 30 seconds later, just throws in the towel. He's like, okay, guys, no problem. And then so he gets up and fucking leaves. And then it cuts to each one of every other teammate's like personal fucking opinion or whatever about the whole situation.
Yeah,
like,
but
fuck
basically,
you.
I'm just like,
We're-
oh.
Yeah, they're like, and then they're like, you know what? No, we're not going to be disbanded. They're like, we're not working for the CIA anymore. Basically, every single one of them's like, fuck you, we're not working for the CIA anymore. But you know what's hilarious to me was so this entire time we have only known that this operation and their team's operations in general take place in Thailand, because we have seen nothing else of any other Asian country, right?
Yep.
So the Asian lady in the team is sitting there, and they cut to her, and she's like, you know, the commander lady's like, either you meet me tomorrow at the private jet to come back to be trained, or if you leave, you'll be disbanded from the CIA forever. And it cuts to her, and she says,
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. She was a former convict
yeah.
that is
No.
now working.
So this is the different lady. This is the one who keeps talking to the priest in the Philippines.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it cuts to her, and her fucking line, her line in this fucking... I literally lost my shit when I heard this. She sits there, and she's like, that was our teammate. We were family. And I'm not going to leave family. I'm not coming with... She's like, I'm not going to be there tomorrow. I'm not coming with you. Asia is my home. And I'm not leaving. And I was literally like, what the fuck are you talking about? Asia is your home? The entire fucking continent of Asia is your home. What? So that confused me, right? In the beginning, I was like, that's a little weird. But the reason why it really made no fucking sense to me later was because you find out, like 20 minutes later, that she actually lives in the Philippines. And
Yep.
that's actually her home, where her family lives. I was like,
Yep.
why the fuck would you say Asia is your home and not the Philippines is my home, so I'm not leaving? What the fuck are you talking about? Who wrote this line, dude?
It's like, how are you even a part of the CIA? How are you saying all that? But you clearly have spent an enormous amount of time in the United States, but then now want to be like, I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah,
I'm staying
Asia.
here.
Asia's my home. I would never leave my home. What the fuck are you talking about? Your home is in the Philippines, and you leave it constantly. It is established later that you're not even there. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that
just think
scene
of
was so bad when
it.
she's like in the church and she's talking to the priest. And it's so funny because like she's just like going off like, oh, I have sinned, blah blah blah. And they're just standing in the like the
The
main
pews. Yeah.
yeah area and sitting there praying, and he comes up next to her and he's praying with her, and then he's like the whole time this dude is just like looking at her like, what is this crazy lady doing in my church?
Yeah, and then come to find out they're like brother and sister later.
Yeah, exactly. So then it cuts to them, the whole family together eating dinner
Yeah,
somewhere.
you're like, wait, what the fuck? Like, yeah. So yeah, and then so the fucking, and then it cuts to like the fucking chick who had the relationship with the fucking guy who died, and she's like,
Is that
"Fuck
the
you, I love
motorcycle one?
revenge." Yeah, no, that's the Philippines.
That was
thing.
the other one? Okay.
Yeah, sure. Her fucking scenes, I can't believe that someone put these scenes in the movie. Every time she gets on this fucking motorcycle, it like anywhere from fucking, it could be like 30 yards away. The fucking camera will zoom in on her face, and then she'll be like,
all the way up.
yeah,
Like,
all the way up on her face. As soon as she hops on that fucking
and then
chopper,
she does like the
she just smoky eyes, dude. She like turns to the camera, she goes like, and then it's like
the cool shot.
oh my god, it's fucking awful. I can't believe they fucking put
But I
that.
like
Like
that.
it was like the most
Like, did
badass
she
thing ever.
like when she was bragging? She's like, "Oh, I killed a man today." Bro, how are you in the CIA? And
Yeah.
this is what you're complaining about? Like,
Yeah.
look, I imagine not all of them have killed somebody, but I gotta imagine if you're in this team that's been deployed in this other country to this super top secret drug bust thing, you must have shot somebody.
Yeah.
Like, why are you crying about it now? And even when she did, in the beginning when they show it, I didn't even know she killed the dude. Like she literally drives up to this guy that's just like, it's like the getaway driver. And she's just driving, and then it like cuts back and forth between them. And it's just like, and they're all riding each other and both stick their, their handgun out and they're shooting at each other. And I didn't even realize she even hit the dude. Like, he kind of just like, and just flops in his truck. And then later on, then they show it again because, of course, you need to see it again. And show her shooting the dude. It's like, what?
You know what's fucking I thought was fucking hilarious about that scene was the fact that like it's even more hilarious later when she's talking to the fucking priest and she's like, I can't go over the sin that I've committed. But literally in the scene where she's fucking playing chicken with this van driver dude and they're shooting each other because he's trying to escape and she's on her motorcycle, she fucking blows him through the windshield. The car flips over, right? Does a fucking 360 midair land. Yeah,
it's
so
huge.
Yeah, but so it fucking lands on the ground and it's fine. There's no explosion. She stops the bike, turns around, she aims the fucking gun at the car, and shoots once, and the car explodes, dude.
With one bullet, dude.
Yeah, the fucking car explodes, and and then later on, she's like, "I can't believe I did that. What the fuck are you talking about? You stopped, turned around,
thought about it, was like, yes, finish him."
You were like, you know what? Actually, yeah, fuck this guy. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And then, like, there's no way that would hold up in court, dude. You're like,
there's a fucking hell no.
That was definitely murder with intent.
Like if you didn't kill that guy before, like you definitely fucking killed that guy because it fucking blew up, dude.
I mean, hell, you're better than fucking Tom Hanks and Saving Private Ryan.
Oh my god, dude!
You blew that shit up with one bullet.
That shit. I when I saw that fucking scene with the priest, I literally fucking burst out laughing because I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
You're alive.
Yeah, and okay, and then so getting back to the fucking interrogation scene, the entire time Steven Seagal does not say a single fucking word.
Nope.
He just sits there with his fucking legs up on the coffee table, just like the entire fucking time. And while everyone just fucking
slowly
disappears,
goes away.
Everyone gets sent to the fucking shadow realm. At the end, when his like the old Australian dude's like, whatever you choose, mate, I'm with you. And he like fucking puts the cup down. And he's like, and then he, as soon as his cup touches the coffee table, he's like, and he fucking disappears. And then Steven Seagal sits there and he says nothing. And it's just like, it's just panning over like his fucking face while he's like, well, I don't know if he's deep in thought or he fucking shit his pants again, but he's like fucking, he's like, it's either a face of like, oh shit, what the fuck just,
He's probably like,
what the fuck just happened?
what is my line?
Yeah, or he forgot his fucking line, and then he picks up his phone and he's like, "Hi, I can't come. Probably not for a while. Sorry." And he fucking hangs up. The scene ends, dude.
Dude, that's another thing that pisses me off throughout this movie is everybody's talking on phones. Like every fucking time there's a scene, there's gonna be one person that just picks up the phone and is talking to somebody. You have no idea who the fuck they're talking to.
Yeah, unless it actually pans out to, like, unless, and this is where the separate locations come in, because instead of having you hear them over the phone, like they're talking to them over the phone, it'll pan to the fucking location all the way across the world that they're fucking talking to them, and it'll be like,
And
Thailand, and then it'll be like the fucking
Yeah.
what the fuck, dude? Yeah, and then so go ahead.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest, like I want to skip through the rest of this. No, I mean, there's things I remember, but it's just so dumb.
We'll just kind of hit the really. There's definitely some points.
So after this interrogation, which takes up a pretty significant amount of time.
Yeah.
Then it does in the middle of the movie, it does this short time after this interrogation and showing everybody's life and their effect of it.
Yeah, and so they're all like 2 minutes.
Yeah, for a few minutes each character. So they're all like going through their life. And the fucking one, I remember that one dude, he's just like in the gym, like punching the punching bag. And then this like, I guess he's like a fucking coach or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, come on, hit me. Yeah. And he straight up fucking knocks him in the face.
Yeah.
And he's like, not today. It's like, bro, you already just got punched. Like, you fucked up. And then they just start fighting for a little bit. And then he wins. And he just knocks the dude to the ground. And he just he throws his gloves off on the ground. He's like, that's it. And he just leaves.
Yeah, he's like, stop acting like a kid and be a man. And then he fucking leaves. And this guy's got to be like at least 70-something, 60-something. And this other guy, the Captain America guy,
30s.
He's got to be like 30s, maybe late 20s. He's fucking like shredded. And the fucking old dude beats him up. Like, come on, man. Like, he's fucking shredded, dude. Like, he's literally like, his, you know, his lines are fucking terrible, but I mean, he's got fucking amazing abs. So, I mean, I don't know.
He's the only one of this movie. It works out.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I don't know how that works, but okay. And then it flashbacks to him sitting with the guy his fucking teammate who died, and they're like, he's having like this flashback.
It's so fucking weird. So the way it's shot, he's having this flashback, but it's like, it's not intentionally set so that you know it's a flashback. It just feels like he's fucking high and he's seeing a ghost in front of him because it just looks like a normal scene. And it's like the same thing, but he's just, I guess, imagining it or whatever, or remembering it.
And you know what's funny about that is that they use the same exact effect that they use in the fucking interrogation room. When he gets up and he starts walking away, he immediately gets fucking sent to the Shadow Realm. And this time it's because he's fucking gone. And I was like...
and he actually dies. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, that makes more sense.
That one for the one that actually died, but then you also use it for people who are just leaving a room. What the fuck?
They can only afford so many transitions.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's really hard to get a different effect of him.
Yeah, especially with
could have done one where he like dissolves or something. I don't know. You know, like he fucking melts from the head down or some shit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or just cut. Like, literally just cut him off the screen or something. I don't know.
And they're trying to make it seem like these guys are all family, but it literally, they have like no fucking chemistry. And
it feels
their lines are
like
so
they literally just met.
Yeah. Like
but they say like, oh, they've been friends together forever. And it's so sad that they died. But it looks like they literally don't know each other. And they're
Yep.
just like, "Hey, bud, like,
Yeah,
what's going on?"
The European chick and the other European chick, the two European chicks, meet up at a bar, I guess that they all know because the first European chick shows up, orders a drink, and then the second European chick shows up, and the bar dude's like she's over there. Like, go, she's over there, go talk to her.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, the usual. But it's like the music in the background and everything, literally, it was like I had this fucking weird ass flashback to I was watching Power Rangers. And they're like the fucking teenagers, one of them sitting on a fucking bench, and then the other one comes up and he's like, "Hey, are you okay?" And like she literally sits down and she's like, "Do you want to talk about it?" She's like, "There's nothing to talk about." And she's like, and this fucking lady, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be mean, but please, next time throw some fucking sriracha in your eyes or some shit, because it was like she was forcing herself to cry.
No. It wasn't even forced crying. This is what I guarantee you this is what happened, right? Yeah. They shot this scene. She literally put on some eyeliner and then grabbed some water and just splashed it in her face. You can see it. It's just running makeup. Not like you were crying. It's like you literally grabbed water and threw it in her eye.
Yeah, and then the scene right before that, where it just shows them individually going through this shit, and she's like, fucking, her entire scene of her going through it is her just standing in front of a mirror going,
I thought she was taking a shit, dude.
Dude, me too. She's like literally, and she's like fucking staring at herself, and you can tell that they splash water on her face because there's fucking tears like way over here, like coming out her face. It's like, and, like all over her fucking face. There's like a tear up here, like going down. I was like, okay, come on, like, just oh man, it was so fucking bad. And then we go from that to immediate, and there's no like time skip thing where you can tell that this is in the future. This seems like it's just right after.
No, so everything is just nonstop. Like you don't realize what's going on at what time. It's just happening one after the other. So you're like, okay, and you're just trying to follow along.
So it seems like it's only been 5 minutes after this whole fucking thing. Just like it's like literally the next day after this thing happened, and they're going through all this shit, and then right after the scene of the two chicks hanging out at the bar, and they're like, "We're gonna get through this together because we're friends, and you're gonna be okay. Do you want a milkshake?" And then and then it cuts to them getting the fucking team back together, and like immediately, and they're like,
"Yeah." I mean, there's a short little like stupid scene of Steven Seagal, meeting up with this random lady.
The Russian.
I don't even know. I don't need where. Like, does this take place in Russia? Like, I don't even know.
She's just some random.
You're just on this random yacht. Like, I don't know. You're just at this yacht. They're sitting on this yacht. They're having this conversation, and he's basically like, "Yeah, so I need some money." And then she's
I need about $15 million.
Yeah, just the amount of money it's spent for this movie in this movie.
Yeah, and she's like, "Of course, Steven Seagal, I love you. Why would I not do that?"
She's like, "You can have it under whatever conditions." Blah blah blah.
Oh, of course, after my father died, you saved me, so I'll give you whatever money you want.
Yeah, and then that's that. And then it just cuts to them, and he's outside of a jet plane, and he's like, "Hey!"
They have like
everybody pulls up in like their little like SUVs because they're getting dropped off, and they're all like dressed up, looking nice. All of a sudden,
and they're
happy.
Plane, and they show the plane door opening.
The plane door, yes. Oh.
It's like, what the fuck? Like the
it's like door... they were trying to make it like dramatic or something.
Yeah.
And so the plane like opens.
yeah. But you can tell they fucked up the first cut because it shows Steven Seagal and the Russian lady like waiting on the runway.
Yeah,
and the plane door opens like for a split second. It opens, and then it cuts to them, and they're like smiling, and they start smiling. And then it cuts back, and the plane door is closed, and then it starts.
And then it opens again.
Yeah. And then it does the thing where it's like, and then it goes back up, and it's like, and then it comes down, and then they start walking down the thing, and they're all like in slow motion, like
They're all like in suits and stuff.
Yeah, they all like go up to fucking Steven Seagal like some kind of mob boss. How's it going? Oh, thank you. And they're fucking like they're like kissing each other on the cheek and shit. And then they get the team back. Yeah, this fucking Russian lady literally made no sense. Like he just meets up with this Russian lady, and And what amazed me about the scene was that I don't know if you could tell, but I'm pretty sure 90% of his dialogue in the scene was fucking dubbed. Like they dubbed his voice over his voice because I'm assuming that he mumbled so fucking bad in the scene that you couldn't actually hear a fucking word he was saying. Because literally, when he's like talking at the end, and he's like, "Oh, thank you, that's very kind of you." Like it's he says that, but his mouth is like, "That's very kind of you." He's like, he fucking stops talking, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, you had to dub over the scene where they're literally just sitting on a yacht. You couldn't have someone with a fucking microphone just be like, "Okay, Steven, talk."
Go ahead. Just speak up a little bit.
Like, what the fuck? And then I looked
Hey,
up.
look, they couldn't be bothered. All right,
No, of course not.
they are
Steven
not
Seagal
good
can't
enough
even
to
be
tell
bothered.
Steven Seagal. Do this, right? You're asking too much.
No, and Steven Seagal can't even be bothered to fucking speak Russian correctly because I listened to the fucking sounds that were coming out of his mouth. I typed it into Google, and she was like, I want to be full-time partner in the company. How does that sound?" And he's like, "Davai." And then the fucking subtitles say "okay." That is not what that fucking word means. Here. And this is what the fucking word means. Divide means give or come on. What the fuck are you talking about? But he's like, "Divide," and then it's like, "Okay." That's what it fucking says in the bottom, dude. I was like, dude, come on. Really? Like, fuck. Yeah. And then so they get everybody
because
back.
I just didn't even care enough to even bother like checking that.
Oh, yeah,
That's
no.
fun.
I was just like, I'm pretty sure I played enough Call of Duty games to know when the fucking Russian guy is yelling "Divide," he's not saying okay. It's like, I was just like, it just, after I fucking saw the horrible dubbing that happened, I was just like, there's no fucking way.
You had to assume everything is wrong after that.
I was like, I had to fucking.
That's very fair. Very fair.
I was like, there's no fucking way. Yeah. So then they go to the fucking runway and they have this dumbass montage where they come down and they fucking, "Oh, okay, Donna, thank you." And then they fucking kiss each other. Everybody's just fucking licking each other's cheeks, and they fucking, and the Russian lady is there, and of course Steven Seagal is irresistible. So obviously the Russian lady's like, "We'll meet them at the runway in Manila." I'm pretty sure they were in fucking Bangkok or whatever, and they're like, "We're gonna go to Manila, the Philippines." I don't even know what the fuck anything took place in this.
I actually have a property over there that you can use.
Yeah.
Like as your office.
And she's like, "And you and I will be on my yacht alone, and we'll just meet them over there. How does that sound?" And he's like, "Oh," and then like, are you fucking kidding me? There's no way this chick is like into this fucking mumbling buffoon who can't even fucking. The entire time he's speaking, he's like, "Mm-hmm," and his fucking next line's like, it's like, come on, dude.
He's 70, bro. Come on.
Yeah, but I mean, I think there's a time where you just need to stop. You know what I mean? Steven Seagal, you just need to stop going after.
You needed to stop like 30, 40 years ago.
20 years ago.
Yeah, like whenever you first started, just stop. Like,
yeah, go ahead.
Let's just get to the end because
this movie is so infuriating. It's just so hard to fucking. I want to just crush my own skull into a fucking pancake because it's like.
Yeah, dude, this movie just sucks, right? So the end, I just want to talk about the end because it's just.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So end of the movie, Steven Seagal's character ends up meeting up with this chick that's seen earlier in the movie. She's just a fucking random like extra initially, and then she comes back and apparently it's like his chick, and they're like in the Philippines again, I think. And then there's it cuts to these two guys in the CIA that are like higher up, and there's this drone operator sitting there like fucking around with his little like old looking keyboard and bad looking flight sim stick. And it's supposed to be showing like this drone again with the same bad like targeting like effect, you know?
Yep.
And it just cuts to it flying over and it's like 50 meters, 30 meters, target identified. And then it does like, it shows Steven Seagal character, Steven Seagal whoop this chick. And then it's like, and then it just cuts.
Yep. Yep.
And then
And
they
the
have
screen,
the fucking the
the fucking
audacity.
screen doesn't even show Steven Seagal. He's like, target acquired.
No,
It's just
yeah.
some random fucking place like in the
It
middle
just
of
looks
it.
like
It's like, where
trees
they
and
are.
a building. Yeah, it looks nothing like where they're at.
Yeah.
But it's just a random building with trees. Like you just picked up a random picture off Google Maps, which would actually look higher quality than this probably. And then there's just like, yep, that's it. It just cuts.
Yep.
And then they have the audacity to fucking sequel bait after this.
Yeah. You know what it was? Oh my god. I can't. I have to talk about this. The fucking. God damn it.
It's quite baffling how
It
bad
is.
this movie is. But yeah.
Yep.
So I think that's pretty good there. You know.
Yeah.
This
Apologies.
movie
Went on a
just
little rant there, but fuck
Yeah.
this movie.
this movie's really bad. Don't watch it,
yeah.
please.
Fuck this movie. Fuck everybody who worked on this movie. Fuck you, Steven Seagal. I just want to fucking drink bleach after watching this fucking movie. It's like,
Yeah. So that being said, you know, that'll be the end of our review of this movie. Give a thumbs up if you liked it, dislike if you didn't, and thanks for watching. Comment down below if you even dared try to watch this, but please don't. But
let
if
us
you
know what you
did,
think if you watch it, please.
yeah. Share with a friend. Links will be to the socials will be down below in the description. And we will catch you guys hopefully not on the next episode of a Steven Seagal movie.
Yeah.
But
Thanks, guys.
thanks for joining us.